Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Today we talk about the big game that is Kaizer Chiefs versus Sundowns. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm excited. I am very excited for the game. And we're going to chat about the starting lineup. But before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. A very big game is coming up this weekend. Kaizer Chiefs versus Sundowns, the log leaders, the people who have been winning this league for, I think it's now 7 years in a row, going to 8. It's going to be that kind of game. And I want to add this disclaimer. Even if Chiefs beats Sundowns will still win the league. And that is my statement. Pirates will not win the league. I am telling you. Because one thing I want to make very, very clear. Kaizer Chiefs is going to beat Pirates in the second round of fixtures. So whenever our next game against Pirates is, we are going to collect 3 points against Pirates in that Soweto derby. I am just telling you. Just in case anyone wanted to know. And Stellenbosch also says they feel like they need points from Pirates. I am just saying. Abomaki, Base Cape Town, Bangshebele, they say they have to go collect something. Via Luma. They want to go and collect something at Pirates. But anyway, let's chat about starting lineup. At this point, we have to be honest. Vuma is not the best keeper for Kaizer Chiefs, but he's the keeper who has been able to get clean sheets. So, will Vuma start? Yes. Do we like Vuma? Are we confident about Vuma? No. But are we comfortable to have Peterson and to have Ntwari in goal ahead of Vuma? And the answer for a lot of us, not all of us, a lot of us, is we would rather have Vuma. We're not saying Vuma is even better than those two, but those two don't give us any confidence. Those two just don't give us confidence. Right now, we are saying Vuma because we have clean sheets with Vuma. Vuma has the least mistakes out of all of them. So, it's a difficult one because a lot of us were hoping that Ntwari would be good. I didn't rate Ntwari, but I was honest when we signed Ntwari that I never watched him that much. So I can't give an opinion on someone I didn't watch. But the reason why I knew I didn't favor him as much is because nothing when TS Galaxy played, nothing had ever said, this keeper is good. I never, in the previous seasons, we're hearing about the Richard Bay keeper or Somali or whatever his name is. And then we were hearing about the cheaper keeper, but never did I hear someone talking about Ntwari. Ntwari's signing was a surprise to me. When we said we were looking for a goalkeeper, Ntwari was not even someone who arrived in my mind as a keeper that I would want to sign. I was thinking the cheaper keeper, and I was saying I'm sure they want to sign that Richards Bay keeper. But never in my mind did I think that they want this keeper. But anyway, Vuma will start. Here's where it gets tough for us, the left-back position. The left-back position is a difficult position. I am going to say what I think is going to happen because of what Nabi is like, but I'll also tell you what I want to happen. So let me run down Nabi, my prediction for Nabi starting 11, and then let me give you the prediction I would go for if I was Nabi. Nabi will probably still go with Cross. But I'll probably ask Cross to stay up. If Nabi doesn't go with the Cross route, then maybe he will do the whole play. Maybe he'll do the whole play. Frosler left back, play Blom right back, and play Teto or Matt as the defensive midfielder. So let's go with that understanding. So probably it will be someone like Cross or Frosler. Miguel, Dudley, right back, either Frosler or Blom, right? And then center mid will be probably Matt and Tabotele, and probably there's going to be another midfielder there. I don't think we're going to play with I think we're gonna play with we won't play with a 10 necessarily. What I think for this game, we won't necessarily play with a 10. I think our midfield will probably consist of someone like Matt, Tabocele, maybe Matlo, something along those lines is what I think will happen. Don't even be surprised if you see Nkosi Ngcobo. As surprising as you guys may think that is, but you must remember, in tomorrow's game, Chiefs won't have the ball. Chiefs will not have the ball in tomorrow's game, meaning that our midfield will oftentimes be at the back and defending. That means that we're going to have a lot of transition football. And so in an instance where there's a lot of transition football, it's less work for Nkosi Ngcobo. So it's the kind of games that are better for that kind of midfielder. But anyway, I'm just saying observation. Then left wing Modi will probably still start. Lollipop on the right, and Tashrik Morris will be the striker. The only thing that may be a surprise that Nabi will bring in is that instead of Tashrik Morris there, he will add Dupree there, because I hear that Dupree has recovered. I don't know, Duba, I saw a picture that is now training, so it will be either Dupree or Duba. Why? Because we know Sundowns has slow centre backs, and we won't have the ball, so we're going to have a lot of transition games. So having a Morris is not going to be good for you, because if you don't have the ball, you don't really need a Morris to hold up the ball, because oftentimes he's going to be close to the center line. When we release the ball, we just need our quick players just to get behind Sundowns. That is how you beat Sundowns. So that is how Stellenbosch often beats Sundowns. That is how Polokwane beats Sundowns. That is how TS Galaxy beats Sundowns. So that's what I think will happen. Now let me chat about the starting lineup that I would go for. Now this is my starting lineup. Say what you will about my starting lineup, it's fine. But I am clear. I am clear in this game. I don't want any overlapping back four. I don't want someone who, because a lot of people are going to say, no, but if Nabi gives Frosler instructions to not go up, these ones get excited and they're attracted by the ball. I don't want people who are attracted by the ball. I just want, like with Ditlok was never attracted to going up. He knows good, I'm used to chilling at the back. So this is how I would play for Sundowns. I'll play Dudley left back. I'll play Miguel left center back, and then I would play Simango right back, or you can swap the two depending on what you want to do there. Then this will probably shock a lot of people, but I would probably still play Frosler. But my thinking is also maybe think of also Quinica, if Quinica wouldn't help. But because Frosler is there, maybe play Frosler. Maybe Frosler would work, because I think the thing why Frosler will work maybe for this game is that we won't have the ball. So Frosler will most times be at the back. He will most often times be at the back. And this is the scary part, is that I'm saying all this, but also this depends on your game strategy. Are you going to press Sundowns, or are you going to sit back? Those are the two things Nabi has to answer. But anyway, then I would play Blom, and then I'll play Blom as the 6. I'll play Tabocele, and then I'll play Matlo. I'll play those players. If Tetwa is back in the game, then I'll play Tetwa as 6. I'll play Tetwa as 6. I'll play Tabocele as an 8, and then I'll also play Matlo as an 8 as well. That is me. Other people will actually opt for Matt, and I'm not against that idea, even though a lot of people aren't feeling Matt. But it's going to be a hard game for the midfield, and you do need someone who can grind out the work in the midfield. I just don't trust Matt when it's time to go forward. And the thing about Sundowns is that they will punish you, but you also need to punish them. So when it's your time to punish them, you must not dilly-dally. So you must limit the mistakes, and that's why I don't want our Matt there, because Matt has too many mistakes. And then on the left wing, I would go for maybe Du Shabalala. So I'd also play the 3 midfielders just because we don't have a strong midfield. So you can't go against Sundowns without having that additional cover, especially because of a player like Ribeiro who joins that midfield. Then it's almost as if you're going to be playing against 4 midfielders. You're going to be playing against Mokoena, Allende, you're going to be playing Mokoena, Allende, Jaden Adams, and sometimes even Ribeiro will be there. So Ribeiro will drop to being a midfield, and sometimes you'll be dropping to be a going up to being a second striker. If you are limited in the middle and you just have 2 holding midfielders or 2 sitting midfielders, and you have a 10 that is pressing high and all of those things, you're going to see that hole in the middle is going to be exposed. So that's why I'm saying for a Sundowns game, you need those 3 guys because it's going to get tough. And then striker, I'll play Dupree. I'll play Dupree striker. And then I'll play Lollipop on the right. And then I'll play Mdu Shabalala on the left as the left wing. I want pacey players and I want Mdu Shabalala for creativity and to take on 1 or 2 players. Yes, the other option is to, in the middle of the game, I do want Dupree and Lollipop to swap. I want Dupree to go on to the right wing and Lollipop to be striker. And this all depends on if Dupree is healthy. Dupree had a leg injury, so I don't think it limited him from actually training. I mean, a hand injury, arm injury. So he had an arm injury, so I think he's still fit. It was just recovering the arm, but I think he's still like in shape. He's just not in match fitness shape. But Dupree, I just need him for the first half, to be honest with you. I just need him at most 60 minutes. That is all I need him. If we grab 2 or 3 goals, maybe against Sundowns, we're winning 3-2, then maybe you can consider throwing Morris in to just hold up the ball a bit more, kill some minutes there. But anyway, it will be interesting to see. But the biggest point of tomorrow's game is Nabi going to play a high line? Is Nabi going to press Sundowns, or is Nabi going to sit? I personally don't believe in the game of sitting. I don't believe Chiefs should sit, but I understand why Nabi would choose to sit. I just don't believe in the game of sitting because if you sit, you cannot take the waves and waves and waves and waves and waves and waves of attack. But if you press high, the team needs to move as a block. It can't move like there's too much space in the middle. No, we press as a team, we drop as a team. But at the same time, you don't play a high line because we cannot defend a high line. So you need to have a limit to where you press at. So for example, when we say we press high, we can say we press only at the halfway line. The moment these guys cross our halfway line, the whole team presses. But before they cross the halfway line, we don't press anyone. We leave them they can play anything in their half. But the moment they pass the Chiefs halfway line, we press them and hardcore at that. That is the kind of sit-back approach I want. The moment you cross our halfway line, we press you. Hardcore, Baba. Hardcore. The whole team presses you so that we limit the space in our half. When we hit attacks, that's when we will hit the counters there. We release Dupree, we release Lollipop, we release Mdu Shabalala. Our pacey players should be ready to receive late runs. That's what I want. And another thing is, don't get drawn into Sundowns playing at the back. Sundowns will play at the back. You don't need to be entertained by Sundowns playing at the back. Don't fall into the trap of pressing them high. Wait for them to pass the halfway line. Anyone who passes the halfway line, siyamkhahlela. Finish and clear. Sikhaba yonke into ego halfway. You pass the halfway, you are entering our house. So isigebengu masiyadubulana thina lapho go halfway. Sithi pa down. That's what I want. I want them to even resort to long balls. They will resort to those long balls, hoping about Peter Shalulile, header. It's fine. But they must not play it into our half. The moment Lingene half in, siyabakaba. That's the kind of approach I want for tomorrow. Amakhosi.